Gang Nation, baby, it's a Philly thing. Hater, and you looking like you type trash. I'm just here calling with Philly the podcast. And we can call a man dog, or watch Miles score off the handoff. Rest of the division, your man saw Jackson like Sean, hunting like Randall. Season here, early time to do them in. Your boy Philly Fresco, thanks for tuning in. What's going on, you guys? This is your boy Joe Castro, aka Philly Fresco, and this is Philly the podcast. So I quickly went over the film. I was watching it yesterday, watching it the day before, and I wanted to pick out like 5 plays that I wanted to kind of highlight Jalen Hurts. I know a lot of people are probably going to hate me for this. It is what it is. Love the kid. Hope he gets better, but we do have to be realistic about his weaknesses and his strengths. So I want to go over what I saw and where he could have improved and some of these missed reads that he had. So let's get right into it, man. Be sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe. You know, we're almost at 3K. Love for you guys to join that ride. So let's just start it off, man. We'll start it off with the first play I got here. Obviously in the shotgun, which we saw a lot of. And now this is something that became a constant with Jalen Reagor. And I know the play hasn't even happened yet, and I'm already rewinding, but it is a constant. I mean, you got 1-2 in the pocket, and then he's gone. He's running. I understand that this tackle on the outside, and I want to say that's Andre Dillard that gets beat. I understand that you got some pressure, and you felt that pressure. I need my quarterback to step up in that empty space. You know, go to the left, step up a little bit, extend the play. He runs to the right. And this is the thing. People are running at you. You got Jalen Smith, I want to say that is, running right at you. And now you have a wide open wide receiver. I need the ball out right now. I need the ball out right now. And you have nothing but space in front of you for 2 different wide receivers. I want to say that's maybe Ertz at the top of the screen. And then that's obviously Devontae Smith down there. But so we'll keep it running and see what happens. He holds on the ball too long. You wait till Jalen Smith is literally in your mouth. You allow the cornerback to kind of creep back up and get back in position to play the ball. And then it's not a great pass. Obviously, it's a incompletion. You can call it what you want. Yeah, that's Ertz right there. That was at the top of the screen. You can call it what you want. Maybe it was a little bit of chippiness. Maybe it was. I do think that it was a pass interference. If you go back to the pass interference that they called on the Eagles prior to this play, I mean, it looked a lot less than this one did. So, I mean, you can make the argument that it should have been a pass interference. But again, I'm looking for my quarterback to step up, make a quick play. Make the quick play. You had about 2 different people open when you're on the edge right here, and you waited about a second or two too late, and now you have to make a all-world throw. When if you would have just got the ball, you know, out of your hand when the first guy, Devontae Smith, ran free, boom. Once Jalen Smith is coming at you as a quarterback, I feel like you have to look at where he was coming from, know the field, and realize now I got a hot route right there. Now I got somebody that should be running free. So that's, you know, that's the first one. Obviously, this is fixable. This is definitely fixable. This is definitely fixable. Something they got to watch in the film room and just get better at. Now, this is the next one. I believe this is the next drive. Now, I like that he stays in the pocket a little bit longer than this time, right? I will say, and this might be me nitpicking because I do that a lot. Right here, you got a guy down. If you look at the bottom of the screen, I don't know who that is. I want to say that's Reagor. Don't sue me if I'm wrong. But you got him with a lot of cushion. You know, he's about at the the 48. And you got his cornerback around the 37, 38. You have about a 10-yard cushion on that throw. I want to see the ball out right now. I want you to get through these progressions. We'll see where he goes with it. Obviously, another time that he likes to roll out, and he's not even looking down the field at this point. I mean, if he's looking down the field right here, he does that little pump fake, but he wants to run. That's the thing with Jalen Hurts. He wants to run. Right here, you can get somebody. You can get an easy little pass. Again, you're still behind the line of scrimmage. Let's toss it up right here and get those easy yards. But instead, he wants to call for a block. And I'm not mad at him. I'm not mad at the guy. I'm really not. But instead, he wants to call for a block. And instead of, maybe getting the first down here, because now we see, I want to say it's Zach Ertz, he's wide open, or if it might be Dallas Goedert, he's wide open around the 39 because they're coming after you. This is something he has to see as a quarterback. Get that ball out of your hands again. We're going to bring this back just a little bit. Again, you're calling for a block, but right here is where I need you as a quarterback to say, oh, I'm still behind. I know where I'm at. Let me get it out to my tight end in the flat. Let me get an easy first down. Instead, he gets the 2 yards and runs out of bounds. Now this next one, it's funny that I don't think I picked any of the shotgun, any of the play action plays, which we did way too much of. But here, this is another thing. So even if it's 1-2 and I want to run, or it's 1-2 and I'm trying to look at Devontae Smith, I need to see you stand in that pocket. This is not a bad pocket. This pocket is not collapsing. For you to get rid of the ball this quick, it kind of concerns me that you are becoming that one read guy. And maybe this is, because of Nick Sirianni's offense. Maybe he's saying, look, this is the read. This is the only read. But this isn't an RPO. This, you have full options to look around your field. Again, and we stop right before it. Look at the people that he has open. You got to run it back in the flats at the bottom of your screen. You get that ball to him, and I mean, it's bombs away. I don't know when he's getting caught. You're obviously seeing the Dallas defender coming towards him to rotate at the end. But if you got the ball to him early in this play, I want you guys to focus in on the running back. If we can get the ball out to him right here, it's going to be very hard for that linebacker who's supposed to be covering him to get to him before he gets the first down. Instead, he's already at this freeze frame decided where he's going to go throw the ball. And if we look at Devontae Smith at the top of your screen, he's covered. He's covered decently. I mean, you have 2 or 3 options here. And I'll stop it right here. You shouldn't have thrown this ball yet. This is just you saying I hope he's going to be open. But look, you have right over the middle of the screen, you have a guy not wide open, but that's open in the NFL. And again, you got that running back out the flat that I don't know when they're stopping him. So as a quarterback, take your time, go through your reads, see what's on this field, and make your best decision. I don't necessarily want you to make the first decision. The first decision isn't always the best one. And I understand that the offensive line wasn't holding up as we want them to, or we wanted them to, but you just can't kitty corner yourself. You have to trust your offense. You have to trust your line. And I just didn't see that from Jalen Hurts in this play. So we get to the next play. Obviously, this is probably the biggest play in the game. I mean, this pick six kind of just deflated the whole team, if I'm being 100% honest. And there's a lot of things that went wrong with this play. I mean, one of the main things, honestly, is Devontae Smith. I don't know what he's wearing as far as cleats, but they need to put some spikes in that, John, because he just cannot stand up for most of his routes. I feel like he falls way too much, and he wasn't even touched on this. So Trayvon Diggs was there. He made the play. Shout out to him. It is what it is. But let's check this play out. One of the first play action plays that I actually selected. And we see how quick he got this ball out. Now, sometimes this is good, but this line is good. You again got to run it back in the flat. Take your time. Step up in the pocket. Make some reads. Make a play here. And obviously, like I said, it was a bad throw. It was thrown low, and Devontae Smith just – I just don't know why Devontae Smith fell here, but he did. Good pickup by Trayvon Diggs, able to keep his balance and bring it in for the score. But again, I want to reiterate that. Look at this field. When he throws the ball, nothing has developed. He has really no pressure, a decent hold by the offensive line, and he just gets rid of the ball. I mean, he really doesn't have to. And if you look at this, he's bracket covered, right? You got the linebacker underneath, you got the cornerback on top. So either way, one little mistake as far as your quarterback goes, and it's exactly what you see. You see an interception. There's so many other things that could have happened in this play. And I'm going to let they kind of tail off once you start seeing that he threw the ball. But if you look at the middle of your screen, I don't know who that is exactly, the top middle, you see him breaking off and breaking to the outside, and he probably would have had him. Real talk. He probably would have had him cooked. I'm not saying it's a touchdown or anything, but that looks like a pretty decent completion. He already had his hips turned. If you look at that cornerback, and like I said, it's the middle of the field around the 40-yard line. He already had his hips turned as the cornerback. So it would have been a tough play for that cornerback to make. Instead, you make a tough throw to the outside corner. And listen, these sideline throws have been an issue for Jalen Hurts. They just have. So again, I'm not putting all the blame on him. I'm upset that, Devontae Smith fell. If Devontae Smith stays up, that might be a reception. We go back to the San Francisco game. He had a similar issue. I think it was a third down that he fell, and it was actually a really good throw by Jalen Hurts. But either way, I want to see Devontae Smith stand up, but I also want to see Jalen Hurts reading the field. Take your time, see what's out there, man. See what's out there. So we'll get to the next play. I think we got 2 more to go. Well, we might only have 1 more, but now this one we have an empty set. We spread the guy. We're trying to spread the offense out, or the defense out. And this honestly is the perfect play to kind of talk about what I'm so nervous about Jalen Hurts with. Jalen Hurts literally takes this snap and maybe he's not in the pocket for more than a second. There's no way. And if you tell me that pocket is collapsed, I don't know what to tell you. That pocket, okay, if the pocket collapses a little bit, stay right here. There's literally no one on you. If you look at the bottom of the screen, you have somebody with, again, about a 4 or 5 yard cushion. That's open in the NFL. You look at the top of the screen, you have a man coming open. So there's definitely people open, and I understand that it's a lot harder when the bullets are flying and you're moving full speed. But at the end of the day, this is what we expect from our quarterback. We don't expect our quarterback I believe he just runs this out. Yeah, he literally doesn't even look anymore. And this is, again, the same thing that we saw with the previous play that I was showing, that he was just looking to get out of bounds. He wasn't even looking to see who was open. It just became a dash to the sideline. And when you have a team like the Dallas Cowboys, who are a very fast defense, you're just not going to beat them like this. Again, we'll run it back full speed. And you see, like I said, great coverage by Dallas defense, but there were plays to be made. And I feel like if you go through this whole tape, he just didn't take the plays that were there. And that's what scares me about Jalen Hurts. So this might not seem like a huge play. This might not seem like something that's that big. And you might be like, Joe, you're kind of overdoing it. But realistically, this is something you do not want to see out of your quarterback. You want them to have the mindfulness to sit in that. And even if you're moving outside of the pocket, sit behind the line of scrimmage and try and get a play. What's the difference between him getting that 1 yard and him sitting behind the line of scrimmage and realizing, okay, I can't make any of these throws for a second. Let me just throw it away. I'd rather that. There's more to be, and we've seen it with Carson. We complain about Carson, and when I say we, I mean me. But Carson Wentz learned to do, and this is something that Jalen Hurts can learn to do, and I hope that he does. But he learned to sit behind the pocket, use your athleticism to try and extend plays, not make them on your own. Sometimes you got to just go out there and run for 4 or 5 yards, and I get it, or 1 or 2 yards. I get it. But at the same time, it's just way too consistent. I feel like he was rattled. I feel like, a couple of bad plays by the offensive line just got him out of sorts. So we'll get to the next play. We'll let that run one more time. Now, the next play, we'll just let it run real quick. Now, this is Jalen Hurts, man. This is listen, Hurts, you got to get rid of this ball. You just got to get rid of this ball. I won't even look at the rest of the field. I'll look at the easiest play. All right, we're going to look at the easiest play. Right here, as a quarterback, that your bottom receiver at around the 43, I believe he's at, he's cutting outside. You see there's literally no one around him to cover him. This not being a reception, this not being a touchdown, not touchdown, but this not being a catch, this not being even a pass attempt, really makes me nervous about Jalen Hurts. This is the type of stuff that really makes me nervous about Jalen Hurts. If you look over the middle of the field, you got a man open enough, but also, like I said, the bottom of the screen, that man is wide open. This is another one. I don't know who's catching him. I don't know who's realistically catching up with him. He's wide open, and he's still wide open. I don't understand why he turns his back to the quarterback at this point. Make yourself available. But Hurts, you have to get this ball to him. You have to get that ball to him. And like I said, this is something that Jalen Hurts is going to continuously have to progress with. He's going to get better. He's going to get, his football IQ should rise every week. And I'm not saying I give up on Jalen Hurts, but these are things that he has to fix. I am tired of people saying that it's not his fault. There's nothing going on with him. It is his fault. There's stuff that he definitely has to fix. There were plays that needed to be made that he just did not make. So listen, I am not giving up on Hurts. I want to continuously reiterate that, but he does have a lot that he has to fix, and I'm hoping that he can fix it very soon because we do not have a lot of time. But other than that, man, I appreciate everybody that checked it out. Be sure to, hit that like, hit that subscribe. Let me know what you're thinking. Am I bugging out? Because sometimes I do. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I'm bugging out. But we got to check this film. We got to make sure we're keeping an eye on him because at the end of the day, in about a year or two, he is either going to get that franchise QB money or he's not. So let's get prepared for that. But other than that, y'all know what it is, man. It is Fly Eagles Fly, and we are out here. Peace!
Eagles fans everywhere, this is for you.
Fly Eagles Fly, you on the team. Touchdown, time to get Jalen this ring. You don't really want to start a thing. This a Bird Gang Nation, baby. It's a Philly thing. Hater, and you looking like you type trash. I'm just here calling on Philly the podcast. And we can call a man dog or watch Miles score off the handoff. Rest of the division, your man soft. Jackson like Sean, hunting like Randall. Season here, early time to do them in. Your boy Philly Fresco. Thanks for tuning in.